And I was like, why are you so obsessed with
What's poppin'? We are back with another one. Y'all, we are wrapping up season 4. If you don't know, it's your host, plus size Jessica Rabbit, and I have a special guest here with me. I know y'all see the tats, and I got one of my favorite artists. He's here right now, Spee. How are you?
I'm always blessed every day.
Period. Period. It's an honor to bring you here. I definitely want to give that background to them. He's not just my tattoo artist, you guys. He is really out here kind of doing his thing, you know what I mean? He's a Christian rapper. Big shout out to you. That's fire. That's super dope. He's a tattoo artist, and he also has a podcast himself. He is a podcast host to Club Dixon. So we gonna kind of just break down and give you guys really that real nitty gritty, you know what I mean? I know you're from Chicago. Tell me how that is, like, growing up in Chicago and kind of coming here. When did you come here?
Well, as far as Chicago, I was born in Chicago, family in Chicago, spent time in Chicago. But I spend most of my time on the outskirts, in a town called Rock Island.
Okay.
And it's the same thing. They're right there. There's like, it's from the distance from Arizona to like Tucson.
Right.
So it's right there. But I would always visit, and they still got the same things. I always feel like it don't really matter where you're from, because there's kind of ghettos everywhere. Chicago seems like the worst, but it's all the same. Detroit, even South Side Arizona.
Right.
So what I'm saying, in different ways. So it's not too big, but I don't think it. I do listen to some of my favorite rappers are from Chicago as well. So.
Okay. When did you come to Arizona? How old were you?
About 5 years ago.
Okay.
It was I think my 23rd birthday.
Okay, so pretty recent out here, and it seems like you've definitely already made a name for yourself. Outside of just tattoos, you guys, like, y'all know I be in the music industry a little bit here and there. We get the feet wet, and I always see you there turning up with the artists, doing the videographer stuff. So just like big shout out to you, because like you a jack of all trades, you know. Did you start though with the Christian rapping?
No. I've been making music for 13 years. 13 years, probably 14. Definitely, I just started doing Christian rap probably like 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
So it's been fun. It's been a fun journey. But I got hundreds of songs. Like,
right.
I've deleted a lot of them. But if you go on my YouTube, it's still you can find after a certain amount of a year or two, you can find my older songs.
Right.
So.
When did you feel like you really wanted to? I know you said you started the Christian rapping 2 years ago, but like, what made you want to start doing that? What moment in your life?
I seen one of my friends. His name Baruch. He was obviously a secular rapper like me, and he just made that change, and he was fire at it. I'm like, man, and I talked to him. I had to talk to him. Like, it's just music. He was like, it's not just music.
Right.
Like, music has influenced this whole entire world. This is your message. And from that day forward, I did not make a single song, did not curse in no more songs. Everything been about Jesus in all my songs. So.
Right. I was gonna say, what is the message you're trying to portray in your music? That big.
It's so crazy because at first it was like make the best hit.
Right.
And even early in my Christian journey, it's like make the best Christian song. Now I'm in the point now it's like make every song very meaningful. All my songs, I'm spitting jewels. I'm not trying to sound the coolest. I'm actually trying to preach what he's actually saying.
Right.
There's a lot of Christian artists that kind of just make a good song, but they're not teaching you nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to teach you something. So that's to be my main objective in my song. So.
And are you also doing that at your church too? Are you performing there as well? Okay, because I do know that you be doing that. Big shout out to your church. What's the name of the church?
I Am Church, 3108 West Thomas, Phoenix, Arizona.
So if you're local, definitely tap in there. I know that is a diverse church. So if you're looking for, you know what I mean, your home, that might be it for sure. Big shout out to the pastor.
Pastor Alfred and Noel Craig. It's actually a joint. It's 2 pastors. So that's one thing that kept me hooked to it as well.
Right.
You never see the wife and the husband on the stand.
Right.
And that's really the power of God, when you can see husband and wife doing it instead of feeling like the man is superior when it's not really that case. You know what I'm saying?
How is your pastor supporting you, like doing the Christian rapping?
My pastor supported me in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? Well, in order to do Christian rap, you gotta have the Christian music videos. In order to have the Christian music videos, you gotta have apparel. He gave me, the Cricut to make my own apparel and the heat press to make my own apparel. And then like, trust me, I can probably ask, hey, can I perform? And he, oh, sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boom. Like he has no problem with that. So, and then I'm also working like the video in his department. So that's actually what helped improve in the podcast because I seen that he was pretty much doing it live and I'm editing it live. So that made me do that same thing with my podcast.
Okay.
So.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I love it all for sure. And then I know we do the tattoos. That's how I met him, you guys. Like, it was a random Snapchat ad, like you definitely try to get out here and just like, kind of mingle with a bunch of different people and kind of get your money. So you add in different people. And I definitely went to you for a tattoo and faithfully you've been my artist since. Like, when did you start tattooing?
Tattooing 17. I'm 27, maybe 28 in a few months.
Okay.
Or next month.
10 years.
Next month, actually. So about 10, almost going on 11 years, but I always say like 10 because, the first probably like 6, I wasn't like, it was doing it like once every so months. Mm-hmm. And then when I moved to Arizona, it was like, I'm going all the way in. So then I started doing them every month, every week, every day. You know what I'm saying? And then that's why it took off from there. Probably the past 3 years. So. And
did you teach yourself how to tattoo?
Yeah, never. Watched a lot of YouTube videos. I'm sorry, I messed up a lot of people. It hurts.
Can they come back?
Of course, a lot of them have come back. Oh, I need you to cover this up now since you're cold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them back home. So when I go back home, I got people waiting for me to get tattooed. It's like, you didn't got cold over here, so.
No, you really have for sure. I'm like, is tattooing like? Would you say that's like your main source of, income? Because I feel like you go pretty hard on that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you put a lot into tattooing from what I see. Like, is that your main source? Like, you give everything to that?
Yeah. I know the better if I get better, I can charge more. Right. Even though I try to stay cheap, but it's like once you're that good, you can charge that. You know what I'm saying? People don't have a problem even paying that because you're that good.
Right.
I always put, everybody should set themselves at a certain level. I always feel like I'm good enough. I'll be like, yeah, I could have did that better. And people are like, that's amazing. I'm like, I could have did that better next time. You know what I'm saying? So you should always have that mindset. Even if it's good, you can always do better. For sure. So it's never, you always growing. I'm 10 years, but there's people that's been 15, 20. Tattoo is such a weird talent because there's people that can be in it 1 year and be better than me. Right. Easy. 1 year in. Then there's people that took 15, 20 years to get as good. And then I'm better than them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
It's a weird thing.
So it's, yeah.
What's been the hardest thing, I would say that, like, what's the hardest thing that you had to learn when tattooing? Like, what do you think is hard to do? Like, line work, coloring?
Getting comfortable. I have to realize this. The client should know I have to put in good straight lines on a part that ain't straight. So I want my client to be comfortable, but I need to be more comfortable than them in order to pull this off. You know what I'm saying? They be, oh, I can't sit this way. It was like, well, you got to. Right. Because I can, my angles, I can't be doing it like that, like this, like that. I need to be like a piece of paper every time, and then that's when you'll get the crispiest, and most best piece. So
more of the story is, if you're getting tattoo work, listen to your tattoo artist. Period. Because they have the best say so. I would say, y'all know I get tatted, and I definitely be hitting him with different requests. I go there, I'm definitely the client that be like, I don't want to sit this way. He be telling me about myself. So just listen to your artist. They know best. Trust them. Okay. Build that relationship, that rapport with them for sure. Do you feel like you're gonna be tattooing like in the long run?
Forever.
Period. Okay.
Forever. I don't know if it'll be a main source forever. Right. But it's like that money is too easy. It's quick, it's fun, and then people never forget you. Right. Like, you got to work on them. They'll never forget who you are. Funny thing, I got exes now. Exes that I never forget about. because I did a lot of tattoos on them. So it'd be funny. Like, I'll forget about them, but they won't forget about me. So,
Ever.
you know what I'm saying? So.
For sure. I'm dead. Not the exes. Yeah, so and then I know you also too have the podcast. Like, you're literally just a jack of all trades. Like, we're pretty similar. You guys know I got the podcast, I got the modeling stuff. Like, Club Dixon. Let's really jump into that.
It's lit.
Who's your co-host? You have multiple co-hosts, or would you say it's just you bring different people every time?
I don't even like using those terms.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This whole season 4, it's been 4 of us. You know what I'm saying? We all there. We got all our names, all our Instagrams. Right. You know, I even feel bad sometimes calling it Club Dixon. Right. Because it's like, it's not just, because me and my cousin, our last name is Dixon. Right. And we started it, so that's why we call it Club Dixon. And I'd be like, these other dudes, they not Dixons. You know what I'm saying? We used to say, if you're here, you're a Dixon. You know what I'm saying? So we got a dude named Plex Dixon. Okay. And then Mighty Dixon. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be funny, but at the end of the day, I don't even like putting those anything. We doing it together. Right. Y'all all host. Yeah, they all host, and I let them talk majority of the episode. I ain't even trying to talk. I'm over here trying to worry about the computer anyway, so, you know. Why did you want to start a podcast? I was always a talkative person. You know, I got a lot of stuff to say. Right. I feel like a lot of misinformation is going out in this world, and I'm here to clear it up. Right. It's a lot of BS. These podcasts be bogus. You know, some be informational. You got to know, people don't know how to, you know, chew the meat, throw the bones. Like, take what's good from it and keep the nonsense. Like, I'm trying to just make sure everything I'm giving them good stuff. So, valuable stuff. Yeah. Right. What is something that you talk about in your podcast? I mean, I know you guys do different stuff every single episode, but what would you say you kind of really hone in? We're all music artists, so we always throw something musical in there. Then we're all black, so we try to throw some black stuff in there. Great. And then, you know, we all got girls. So we throw some relationship stuff in there. And that'd be the gist of it right there. And then we always try to have some fun. Like, right now we've been doing a season where we're kind of just doing like the top 10. Like, we're doing top 10 black actors, top 10 rappers turning actors, top 10 fast food restaurants, you know, to keep it fun and stuff like that. But those are the main things: relationships, black people. And, you know, really, we try to keep up with things. Like, we talked about Trump and stuff like that. So maybe the hot topics as well. Yeah, for sure. Okay, you're kind of staying up to date with trends and stuff, for sure. I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead and kind of dive into that political view. Because I feel like there's a level, there's a way you got to do it. Like, until you're established, you need to be someone that when someone search it up, they ain't searching you up. They just searching something up. Oh, of course. You pop up. Yeah. You know, so Trump, blah, blah, blah. So now they Trump. Then they see, you know, people be scrolling. You know, you might not scroll, but people be scrolling. Boom, see a podcast of ours. Let's see what they got to talk about. Boom. You know, they like what you talk about, got to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? But you need to be in their face. Right. And then once you be in their face, you get established, you can talk about whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, you're right. You do be talking about some juicy concepts, to be honest, because I don't be talking about political shit. I'm like, I need to maybe start talking about that shit. Okay, fuck the Trump supporters out here. I'm just saying. Are you a Trump supporter? I just want to... Oh, my bad, but I'm just, hey, this is the real nitty gritty. I'm gonna just keep honest with y'all. I don't fuck with Trump, no disrespect. And honestly, I'm not even in the political shit, but I don't rock with none of them, but yeah, I don't really rock with none of them, but I definitely don't fuck with, y'all know I'm black and Italian, you feel me? I support my people, and just a white man in power. Citizen, you good. You know, we gonna go ahead and take a sharp left or sharp right on that. But I love y'all. Y'all know it's all love, and I love you for real for just giving y'all true, honest opinion and really just standing by kind of like your morals and values. You know, because some people would be ashamed to say that you know, they support that person or whatever. So power to you on that. But what is one piece of advice that you really want to give your younger self? To be honest, like, I kind of always do this with my guests. I think that that's a big thing to give. Like, younger self, I got two. It's gonna be real quick. First one is stay away from women. Stay away from women. Why? Until you get old enough. It's such a distraction for a young man. I'm older now, so I can be in their faces. But as a young man, that is such a distraction. Because it's like, they want successful men. You won't be successful chasing them. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And you got so much stuff to be worried about, especially as a black man. You got to be worried about getting right. and you worry about women, it's like years go by, quick, boom. It'd be over. I'm like, I'm 27. I'm like, dang, I'm supposed to been. I didn't expect. I thought I'd be somewhere else now,
Right.
and I know I can be. It's never too late, but you got to admit when you're late on certain things.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then the second one would be get into God quick, like really into God though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I grew up as a Christian and thought I knew Jesus, didn't have a clue. Didn't have a clue. Who you dying from? Didn't even know what that meant, really. You know what I'm saying? People still don't know what that means. Even Christians to this day don't know what that means. So I just feel like, he gives you that Bible as a cheat code. If you just listen to what he says, you will have less problems in your life.
Right.
Period. Now, if you want problems in your life, cool. You want to have fun, cool. But expect consequences. You know what I'm saying? So I would tell myself, man, look, get into God, get in your books. I was smart. I graduated early. Just stay away from women. Because once I got out of high school, it was up from there. It was up. You know what I'm saying? I always had a car, so I could go pull up on her. I smoke weed. So pull up on them, smoke weed, then party, boom, boom. Years go by. Just as you just keep doing. I'm working, but I'm not, really focusing.
Right.
And time, you just so worried about everything else, but you just worry about like the bigger things in life, spiritual things in life instead of like women, money. Money's important, but it's not everything. Then I would tell myself that, and I guarantee if anybody, under 18 that's listening to this, bro, I just gave you the best advice you could ever have. I promise. And this applies for women too. Stay away from guys.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Stay away from guys. Get into God. Period. Like you will be, because it's like you're not. What you in a rush for? Like now, I want to be 16 now, 18. Like I'm doing what, bro? You got bills and stuff. I was so much happier back then, and I didn't even know.
Didn't even know.
So
I definitely agree with you. I mean, as far as for the kind of stay out of relationships, I think that you guys kind of should pour into yourselves before kind of opening that door for a relationship or having a partner around, because you need to be tunnel vision, and that kind of does throw you off. Distractions are real. I definitely am somebody that can get into a relationship and kind of fall off a track and stuff, kind of like what I got going on, because it's like I'm over here trying to be a lover girl, and it's like, okay, no, bitch, you need to be a lover girl and tunnel vision. You need to have that appropriate balance. So if you are watching this, just build yourself up before really opening that door for a relationship, for sure, for the younger crowd. And for Jesus, yeah, I mean, y'all need to get into that. Y'all really need to kind of start cleaning y'all lives up. If you're not into that, that's fine. But I do think that is a really big part of kind of just growing up and being more mature. When did you kind of turn your life over, though? I mean, I know you grew up religious, but what was that turn?
it was a turn. I just got out of a relationship.
Right.
And it just made me look at myself like, dang, Spee, you're pretty good, dude. Everybody thinks they're pretty good, right?
Right.
But that was a horrible thing for you to do.
Right.
And not even really to her, it was just for yourself. Like, you're not that type of, what are you doing? You're not that type of person. So, I just started dabbling into, it didn't even start with God. It's funny, I started with a lot of health books, depression books, and brain fog, because I'm like, I'm too smart to be poor, too smart to be messing up in relationships, too smart to be dealing with crazy, stupid stuff. So what is it? I must have brain fog. I can't think well. So I'm thinking it's the weed that's doing it. I found out a lot of it's what you eating. You lack exercise. A lot of those things affect your brain. You know what I'm saying? Which obviously results in affecting your spirit, because you can't think right, then you can't feel right. And then through that, I'm remembering things. A lot of these books, they always have something in common: food, exercise, spirituality. They didn't get specific on spirituality, but they said spirituality. And then I'm like, well, the Bible, it's matching up what the Bible said about food. Certain food you shouldn't eat, certain food you should eat. Then it said exercise. It's also matching up with the Bible. You should be working.
Right.
Don't ever stop working. You're going to work till you die. That's our curse, actually. As a human, just to work till we die. And then spirituality, obviously, God. And then I just started dabbling into the Bible, and as I'm just reading it, I'm just like, bro, why is nobody saying these verses?
Right.
Like, you hear all the basic, God can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. No weapon against me shall prosper. But it's like, God so loved the world, he gave his own. He's like, bro, there's so many verses in there that if you don't even read them, you'll just never know.
Right.
And it's like, once I got to know Jesus, I'm like, hold up. This book has got too much wisdom in it. Too much. It's got more wisdom than I've ever heard in my life. And I've read a lot of smart books. It makes me feel better than I've ever felt because the words are encouragement. People don't understand your words hurt people. So that's how God knows that. He's like, your words, read my word, it'll make you feel better. You know what I'm saying? And then I just started reading it and just like, boom. I'm just like, I just remember one day I just read something. It says, you are saved by grace through faith. It is not of your works. It is a gift from God. So no man shall boast. And when I read that verse, I knew that was the truth instantly because everything else, like you got to work for it. So you're never at peace. Oh, I don't want to go to hell. But God's like, I gave you heaven. Now what? Now you want to do things for him because he's giving it to you. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of the gospel of Jesus Christ. People don't see that. Every other religion, like I said, you got to work for it. You can't work good enough. God said you're not good enough. So once I understood that, I got peace in my life. And, I'm not perfect, not even close. I still got certain things struggle with my mouth, the lust, drugs, certain things I still struggle with. But the key is to never stop looking at Jesus. I don't care what you do. I don't care how bad you think you are. Oh, I'm just so bad I can't talk to him. That's what the devil wants you to do. Keep talking to him. Even if you can go kill somebody, go talk to him. Right. Because he gonna see it. He gonna understand you more than a human will. And when I knew that humans couldn't really give me the love that I needed, I knew that he could. I was like, oh, I'm hooked. I'm hooked.
Right. You're content off of that. You don't need nothing else when you got that love of Jesus Christ.
Right.
Right. Anything else is extra.
Yeah. So my girl, I look at relationships different now. Because you put a lot of weight on them. I need you to love me this way. I don't need nothing from you. I have the love I have from Jesus Christ. And now everything else is, now we're role models for people. When we get married, youngins that are looking at me, that see, not only did he not have a kid, he waited to get married to have a kid. Not saying it always works that way, but it's definitely the smartest route to go.
He did it proper.
A proper way. I would hate to, because like I said, I got role models. Whether you want them or not, people are looking at you. So, you know what I'm saying? It's so many things that I wish I would have just knew early. Like, dang.
Is your partner religious?
Yes, she is.
Okay, period. Do you think that having a woman that's also religious is super more beneficial to you than maybe diving in with a girl that really has no kind of religious preference or is not spiritual? Because like I've dated people that are not spiritual and I've dated spiritual people and I have a super different experience with both.
Yes, it's completely a complete difference.
Yeah.
God said obviously don't be unequally yoked. This is why it's different. When you have your own religion or your own spirituality, it makes you selfish. God, Jesus, God, like I said, I believe Jesus, God in flesh, he came down here to give his life. He didn't come here to take life. So when his religion is about giving to others, love others as much as you love yourself. Oh, I love myself better. No, he said love them the same. So it's like if you have a woman that's stuck in her own spirituality, she can never understand the concept of really selfless love. You can't be selfless because even your spirituality is self. So you can't have selfish love to somebody because you won't even think in that manner. You just, what I'm saying? Like, it's better to give the receipt. That's something, maybe you'll think about that yourself. But when you, on that level, you lay your life down. Jesus laid his life down. You can have money, you can have cars, but you're laying your life down. So until someone grasps that concept in their heart, they'll never be, not saying it won't work, but they'll never be their best. Period. So.
Great. That was good advice. Where can we find your podcast at? I really want to give that to the viewers. Like, where can they tap in with you at? Where is those social media platforms, your podcast?
Club Dixon. Club Dixon is on YouTube. You find that same way on IG. Spee, Speeed. It's my music. And I got too many. I don't want to make all of them. Speed Out Love is my main one. Speed Out Love on Instagram. It's where you'll find my music and most of my videos. So, Club Dixon, Speed Out Love on Instagram. Ink by Spee. Ink by Spee is really the tattoo page.
I was just about to say, where can I get plug for the tattoo?
You know what I'm saying? Same thing for Snapchat. And then YouTube is Spee and Club Dixon. So,
okay.
I'm actually starting a personal podcast for Christian words because a lot of people don't know their Bible like that. So I have to teach them. and that's called Less Reason.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There's
That's
only one
word.
episode on there right now. So
Okay, go ahead and send me information. I might need to tap in on it.
man, it's going, and that's where I'm going to actually have people from with different belief systems coming in,
Okay.
and that's why it's called Less Reason.
Okay. Oh, that's
We're gonna break down everything that your religion offers.
Mhm.
How does it compare to human flourishing? Because people was like, you flourish, but this humanity flourish from your spirituality. You can flourish, but it's not about you. You know, if you get out of the selfish mindset, and you know, and just hope. Who has the best hope? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Who has the best assurance? It's just, people don't, as I said, people just pick whatever. People have their own notions of Christianity and Islam and all. They have their own notions. They don't really know. You know, so that's where Less Reason is. That's also a scripture. He said, God said, Less Reason. Because you know, people in the Bible felt the same way. Who was God? I can't think of it. Let's talk about it. Let me show you that I'm real. Let me show you that I care about you. Even though it's hard to believe, let me show you. You know what I'm saying?
So definitely tap into Let's Reason and Club Dixon, period. Big shout out to the podcast out there, you know, like having a podcast is hard. So it's like, if you can really put yourself out there and have your niche and build that rapport and have that fan base, like it's dope. So if you guys are looking to get into podcasts, you know what I mean, kind of dibble your feet in there on the religious note and things of that sort, definitely make sure you're tapping in with Spee because he's knowledgeable, he's super smart. You guys hear him right now, like, you talking that shit, you know, you talking real shit that a lot of people don't talk about.
You gotta clip these later.
Right.
Clip these nuggets later.
And then y'all already know, if y'all need my social media, it's going to be plus size Jessica Rabbit all around the board. We'll go ahead and plug that for you guys down below. We really finna wrap up here. What do the viewers have to kind of wait for on you? I know you said you got the Less Reason. What else is kind of...
I'm dropping music every week for the rest of the year.
Oh, okay.
One song every week. There's no point of holding on to them. You know what I'm saying? Just keep making more. I be trying to be a perfectionist.
So you're dropping the ones in the vault?
All of them in the vault, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But a lot of videos. You shall see movies or short films coming very, very soon. I'm actually going to do a short film for this, what I'm doing.
Right.
So yeah, sky's the limit. Better tattoos, bigger tattoos.
So definitely reach out so y'all can get plugged on the prices. And I'm like, and when are you going to be doing season 5 of Club Dixon?
I think we're only on Club. I think we're probably going to do it after either 10 or 15 episodes. I think we're probably on like episode 9.
Okay, so you're almost there, wrapping up.
Yeah. We actually got to shoot 2 today, so we're going to have like different shirts on it.
Yeah, I do that same shit.
You know, I don't know, because like I said, sometimes our first season was like 20 something episodes.
Yeah.
So if the setting doesn't change, we probably won't change it.
Right.
You know, we'll probably go 30 on this one. You know.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I do short little seasons. I kind of fuck with the long season. That's kind of fire. Man, y'all, it's been great. Honestly, it's been an honor to just kind of bring you here. I mean, I've been wanting to do a podcast with you. I would say, like, it's not too many men that I kind of, like, look up to or would talk to or ask for advice, but I know you're super smart, knowledgeable, and I always want to give that platform, you know, to somebody positive out here, not nobody else. So that's going to be you all day. So make sure y'all are tapping in. We wrapping up season 4, y'all. This is it. Season 5, we about to be a whole new vibe, different setting, different space. A bitch is moving literally today. It's so many changes for me, so wait for season 5, y'all. We got some new shit on. I love y'all.